So we bought this store-bought papaya, and it is non-GMO, and I have the label right here. Calaman Golden Papaya, non-GMO, from Brazil. And we bought 3 of them, so every couple weeks I get 3, and they're about the size of your hand, but they're kind of skinny. They're not like round like the ones from my mom's house, but they're delicious. And these have seeds in them. The other ones I believe are sterile because they're probably grown from cuttings, and this one is from seed. And this is a great way to grow your own fruit because each fruit has multiple seeds inside, and if only 1 or 2 plants grow from each fruit, you will have tons of food, and it's delicious, it's sweet, and it's ready to eat in your hand when it ripens in within like 3 days of plucking. So I'm going to cut it in half and show you what's inside. So here it is halved, and look at all the seeds from within. So I've tried to dry the seeds before and then throw them in the ground, and they don't survive. And according to David the Good, he says the conditions that they're in, being moist that way, that's how they grow best. So what I did was I stick the seeds into some water and I keep them moist, and then when I get the chance, I'll bury it in the ground, and out sprouts multiple seedlings. But I don't know if it's because they're too close together or I water them too much, so they tend to die off. And in the yard here and there I have a few little seedlings, so I have to figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong exactly. But I do have some that are still alive back there, so that's great. And so let me show you what I do. I just stick it in a cup of water. So here I have a cup of water. It has some pulp in it, but it has a ton of seeds. So, and then I just pour it into a pot or into the ground, and then I cover it up, and within about a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, maybe even longer, I'll start seeing little sproutlets. And I don't know if they are too close together and they compete with one another, but I end up with fewer and fewer seedlings in each spot. So like I said, I have to figure out what is wrong, and I have a popsicle stick or chopstick that I just put the label from the store what it is, and I stick it in the ground next to where I place the seeds. And next I'll show you some of the seedlings in the backyard, and you can see how they come up. So here are my little papaya seedlings that I just scraped everything aside, and I just placed the seeds in here, the papaya seeds. And so here are the papaya seedlings. I just scraped the soil aside and I put the seeds in there, and a bunch came up, and I don't know if they're competing with each other. Here is some more, and then next to it I had thrown some seeds for cilantro, so they're gonna randomly be kind of everywhere. And here is some sunflower seeds that sprouted that I had my daughter put so that we can have flowers all throughout the garden and not just greenery. And let me show you the other spots where I have papaya seedlings. Here is what I think is a papaya seedling as well. It was protected under here, and I don't know, it was just one that made it, and I don't believe there's any more. Let me just check. Nope, no other ones. Here are some more papaya seedlings, and they're going to be covered up by the sweet potatoes pretty soon. So hopefully they get protected and not killed. I'm not too sure what happens to them, because I can't seem to keep them alive. I don't know if I'm overwatering them or whatnot. Here I've covered up some papaya seedlings, thinking that they need protection, and it seems to be a little bit better than other ones, so that could just be it, that they need that extra protection. And it doesn't get overwatered too much over here, so I don't know, maybe that's what's helping it. Over here I have some that are about something like 7 months old or something like that, 9 months old, I don't know, but there were more that were scattered all the way out here, and just these are the ones that survived. And I think it's because they were watered too much that they died. I don't know for sure, but they haven't been getting as much water as they used to. And over here I have some new ones as well, and I moved the soil aside and put the seeds in, and then moved the soil back, and it came up, and I had 2 mature ones. Here's the corpse. This used to be one that was about a year old, and it was overwatered or something. It didn't survive, and I had transferred it over there from here, where I had about 8 or 10 of them in a small section, and I didn't want them to overcrowd. However, a cart was pulled through here, and it basically broke these 3 to 4 feet tall papayas, and so they're basically dead, except for possibly this one may be alive, I'm not sure. And then this one is starting to grow little leaves, and I hope someday it'll get tall and it'll still survive. I'm not sure 100% if these are papaya seedlings, but I thought I put them here as well, and I thought they had long since died, but under the tomato and stuff like that and hollyhocks, here they are. So we'll see if they survive. If the papayas survive, I'll have them strewn about kind of here and there, and they're really tall and skinny profile with just a top, kind of like how palm trees are kind of heavy up top with the leafing out. That's what I plan on having kind of dispersed everywhere, because I'd like to have food at different times and just be able to pluck it and have a fruit here and there of different varieties. And that's the key to health, is having everything in moderation and having a variety of foods and not just the same type of foods, and to grow polyculture and not monoculture, so that even the plants have a higher chance of surviving. So wherever they grow that they can actually survive, that's probably the best place for them. So I'm a firm believer in that, and I hope to have several different varieties of papaya someday. Thank you for watching, and try to grow some of your own. Have a great day. Good news everyone. So as you know, I had some original chickens, and then they stopped laying, and some of them had died from the heat on accident. It was like too hot, and a couple of them died, and so we got a new batch of chicks, and they're finally, this is the first proof, they're finally laying eggs. And we still have some chickens from the first batch. So these are the eggs from the chickens from the first batch, and if their feather colors are different, then they lay different colored eggs. So as you can see, this egg and this egg are similar in size, but it seems like this is kind of smaller, but I'm not too sure. It could be a new chicken egg from a new chicken, but it could be from my old chicken. But this is definitely from my old chicken, and this is definitely a new egg from a new chicken, because their first eggs are very small, which it is, and then these eggs are much bigger. And according to a friend, you don't eat these initial eggs because they're full of hormones, because they're just barely pumping up enough hormones to produce eggs. So that's what I heard. But however, he's the only person I've heard that from, because chickens, as you know, eat they eat what you feed them, so we've been feeding them organic stuff. So I don't see what's wrong with the eggs. I don't know, you tell me if you know more about eggs. Please leave a message, inform me on that. Let me know. And so pretty soon we're gonna have a ton of eggs, because we do have the 8 chickens, new chickens, and then we have the 3 older chickens, which they're only laying 1 per day, or 1 per 3 days, or once a week, something like that, very little. So anyway, great news. Finally, I was thinking any day now, and it finally happened. So here I have eggs. Now my little chickens finally started having eggs. So here I have 3 little baby chick eggs, possibly 4, and then 6 normal sized eggs from my other chickens. So it's doing wonderful. I'm going to start having a huge production of eggs every day from here on out. So excited.